I would describe Bay Nature as a place of community, a place of learning. Bay Nature is a place where we can learn about our local nature and really dive into these niche topics that we might just not see covered anywhere else. But it's so much more than just reading stories. It's also a place where you can have in-depth, immersive experiences into nature. You can learn from leading experts through talks and nature hikes. It's a place where we can really connect deeply with our local environment and our local nature, and it really makes reading Bay Nature and being part of Bay Nature a unique experience that can't really be had anywhere else. I think Bay Nature has helped me positively connect with local nature by helping me learn about things that I just hadn't really heard of or thought of before. Whether it's through events like Track and Sign on the beach, where I can learn about the tracks of animals, or learning about a unique coyote brush beetle that lives in a specific part of the Bay Area, Bay Nature really goes into depth and helps me learn about things that I just hadn't heard of before. And that's part of what's great about having such a local, in-depth focused magazine. You can really connect with local nature in a really deep way by covering these traditionally like niche topics, and that's part of what makes Bay Nature so impactful.
Bay Nature is a fabulous magazine, and it has a website too. And they have professional journalists who do in-depth stories on the world around us. Today I attended a Zoom webinar on sperm whales. They had a great big pictures in the magazine, and I read the article, but they actually had the scientists that did the embari. And to be able to actually hear the scientists talk about this fabulous work they're doing. But I've been to other things too, and the hikes that they do, but really it's the journalism, whether it was the crabs. They took not just the environmental point of view, they talked to crab fishermen. So it was a very balanced viewpoint of the whole story. And we really have to look at the whole story when we're looking at nature. It affects people and animals and the world around us. And that's what Bay Nature brings to us.
Stu, how has Bay Nature positively impacted your connection with local nature?
So I've been a content provider for Bay Nature since the first or second issue, and there are like so many articles about the Bay checker spot butterfly that have accumulated over the years and the habitat. And I was very disappointed when it didn't get chosen as the cover shot. So I'm holding that against you guys.
Sorry about that.
It was a vote of the people, so the people. And anyway, it's just been like such a great outlet for all this really interesting conservation and things like the Conservation Lands Network that was extensively covered over the decades in Bay Nature, and that's it's like an integral part of the Bay Area conservation community. So our voice in a lot of ways.
How would you describe Bay Nature to a friend?
It is amazing the array of natural resources and natural resource systems that the Bay Area has. And we've been so fortunate over the years to develop an ecosystem of agencies, organizations, and individuals who care about protecting it, enhancing it, managing it, and so on. But all of them are, for all the good things they're doing, they're often are segmented in their silos. One of the great things that I've always enjoyed about Bay Nature, you bring it together. You help us see the bigger picture, the collective picture of how all the individual pieces fit together. It's a part of an ecosystem, and both as a publication and now as an organization that involves outings and events, helping to bring the people together even more so physically to become a community, as you put it.
Karen, how has Bay Nature positively impacted your connection with local nature?
Bay Nature has impacted my appreciation with local nature, very specifically in my own backyard. There have been some articles that I recall that talked about arboreal salamanders, and I have one living under a little drain pipe area. So I thought, oh, I'm learning about that. and more about scrub jays, black-capped chickadees. I hope I got the name right. um, and also just other insects. I became much more aware of the native bees and love seeing my native bees in the garden, especially since I've begun to plant native plants in my garden because I want to attract them. So all I have to do is go out into my backyard, and I have already learned things from Bay Nature that help me appreciate my own space even more and feel just more grateful, more grateful.
My name is Oscar Rosenblum, and we've been with Bay Nature, I guess, since the beginning. We probably have every issue. And one of the things that we did was we hosted at our house here in Palo Alto the first fundraiser for Bay Nature. And David Loeb came, and I forget the name of the speakers we had. Bart was there, Bart and Nancy. I can't remember specific. Oh, some of the older folks, you know. Forget that old guy that he funded something, and he was the German guy. He goes on these hikes. You know, there was a smaller group, and we used to hike around, and we knew each other, and so we did that. It was very successful. We helped organize, and they got some ideas for how to do it in the future. So
We've been subscribing ever since.
yeah, we subscribe. We give it to our kids. We give it to friends and talk it up as much as we can. So, you know, Bay Nature is a real asset to the Bay Area, and we're very interested to see how the next generation of leadership is taking it to new places. There's certainly a demand for it, and I think it's testimony to that demand and management that they're surviving in an era when many of the publications are not. So we're big fans of Bay Nature, and we encourage everybody to get involved.
Well, as Oscar said, we subscribed. I think actually I first heard about Bay Nature at some fair, and David was sold it, had the magazines on a table, and I got one and said, "Oh, this is great, we've got to subscribe." So we did subscribe, and we've kept everyone since. And as soon as one comes every quarter, I just sit down and go through it. Not exactly cover to cover, but definitely pick out the stories that interest me the most. And I'm really impressed now with how Bay Nature is moving into a different medium. I haven't quite got them. I gather there's a monthly or a quarterly newsletter, which I should really subscribe to, so I get that prompt.
Weekly, yes.
Is it weekly? A weekly one. And so it's just really exciting to see, to hear about places, read the details of places that we have not been to and we want to go to, or to see about our favorite places and how they're written up. And we really value the environment that we live in, and that feel so fortunate to live in the Bay Area, and it's wonderful to have a magazine that promotes that.
Yeah.
So I think I got Bay Nature the first year you guys came out. I think I managed to get on that, and I've been getting it ever since. I know the magazine went through a tough time for a while, but it seems to have really rebounded. Nice big issues now, and lots of additional activities. So I read it cover to cover. I really enjoy the articles on new parks, new areas I haven't seen before. I like Jack Laws. I've taken some classes from Jack, and I really like the ideas that he has in there. And now the new series of lunchtime talks. I really appreciate that because I'm still working. And 12 to 1, I can sit with my lunch and watch a talk on nature and not worry about what's going on at work. So, Bay Nature, I really like the way you guys have expanded, and I hope you keep it on for another 25 years.
Okay, Clay. How has Bay Nature positively impacted your connection with local nature?
So I got introduced to Bay Nature just running across the lobby and seeing the magazine. And I had thought that everything had gone digital. And there was this Bay Nature, and I just could not pick it up. I'm a trained naturalist, and anything that's got nature on it, I gotta check it out. And so, after reading a couple of the articles and looking at all the other interesting stuff, I was hooked, and was so happy to see that there was now a new a print form of what we see on the web all the time. So, really good to see that. So, that's how I got started, and since then it's been a great time ever since. So I'm just happy that Bay Nature is a magazine that's regionally focused, lots of good information, and lots of visuals to make it very interesting. So
How would you describe Bay Nature to a friend, Tanvi?
Bay Nature is a community of passionate people who make decisions with nature in mind, based in the Bay Area. It's a community that provides information, rigorous, fact-checked, high-quality environmental journalism at a time when there isn't a lot of it out there. And it's a team that tells stories that no one else is telling out here, for the places and the animals and the communities that often have the quietest voices.